Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading. Today we have a tarot reading. Yes, we do. We hope you guys are doing just jiffy, just swell. Yeah. Hope you're doing well. And let's see what we have. And let's get one more shuffle on this deck here. And yeah, let's see what we have. And we start with the wishing well, and that is in the reverse, which is very interesting. That means that somebody made a wish, and when they got their wish, they didn't like it, or maybe they did for a while, but went from a wish to something nobody wants anymore. Yeah, that's what that's about. Let's see what else we have. And we have the Golden Palace. All right, the Golden Palace is a place where it's just really kind of about where you are in your own sanctuary. It can be a place where you meditate, where you reflect. It's not a real place, and it's not a physical place, right? And it does imply that something happened here with the wishing well reversed, and this is a 5, it's a 23, so something went on here. And come together in the reverse. This is kind of a trip here. Yeah, these are mostly in the upright. Yeah, they are. So you got two reversals here. Come together. Sorry, guys. Come together here is reversed. See what I mean? Something's coming apart here. That's what's going on in this reading. Somebody went to the Golden Palace, their own Golden Palace. Yeah, and they basically kind of understood themselves after a long reflection, I believe, or gradual, intermittent, off and on. But somebody realizes here there's something I want this to kind of, that they didn't really know what they wanted. That's how it looks in this reading. And maybe they just changed. People grow and they change, right? Yeah, most people grow and change. So maybe what you liked at 18, you certainly don't like it at 45. Yeah, let's see what else we have. And we have transformation. Yeah, I just said that. There's a change here, a major change. A fresh new way of living emerges. That's great, Sagittarius. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. That's totally true. So when you're grateful for things in your life and you show gratitude, right, you really do. I mean, genuinely, not just saying, oh yeah, I appreciate. No, it's not like that. But when you do that, you feel happier in your life because you're focusing on the positive of what you're grateful for, right? And your perspective, what you're focusing on is what you're manifesting on, what you're living, right? We're all energy, and your thoughts are energy all the way, all day long and twice on Sunday. Yeah, or 25 times on Sunday if you want. And yeah, if you guys want to get a psychic reading, they're accurate. I always check for accuracy, you guys. I do. Yeah, you can get one of those, and usually we do them on a video call, but you can get it whatever way you want it. You can read a couple people, and they are very cool. So let's see what we have. I also have past life readings, so look below. I'm certified, and they are Dolores Cannon style, and those are super powerful. Those are super helpful. Yes, had I got one a long time ago, like, God, if I would have got one 30 years ago, it would have been way better. But I wasn't into divination 30 years ago. So even if I would have got one 5 years ago or 3 years ago, that still would have helped. It would have. So let's see. We start with the 9 of Pentacles. We have judgment. So, Sagittarius, judgment can be an awakening. And they went to the Golden Palace. One of you guys were there, right? The kind of spiritual Golden Palace, right? But, yeah, some decision was made and somebody wants to live in a new way. And that could be you. This is your reading. It could be somebody who wants to live in a new way. And they kind of had an awakening about you, because that's what I was going to say. Judgment and the Golden Palace implies somebody had an awakening. Yeah, like, oh, what is my life and what do I really want here? And this is not what I want with this transformation. Yeah. So let's see. And we have the sun. So let's cover up these kind of, I mean, you can't see body parts, but I don't know. Maybe, I'm not sure if that's a problem. But hey, we have the sun. And the sun is also kind of naked people here. When we see naked people in the readings, The way I interpret that is that somebody is finally like really knowing themselves, bearing their soul, even if it's to themselves, right? Really knowing yourself. That's what the nakedness is about, right? We come into the world naked, and we leave naked too. I mean, yeah, for the most part, yeah, we do. And we have the Two of Wands reversed. Yeah, there was a crossroads here, and there was a choice. And the crossroads was kind of heavy. It was because the Golden Palace is a number 5, number 1, but wishing well in the reverse, that is a crossroads. Yeah, that's not a good crossroads to be at, right? Like, I wished for this and I don't want it. Or I'm wishing for change and transformation. I'm making a whole new change in life, right? And this can be, 9 of Pentacles can be like you're on your own and you're focused on your progress. And you could go through an awakening with the 9 of Pentacles because it's a completion. The 9s and the 10s are both. We say the 9 is a fulfillment and the 10 is a completion. But it's really almost the same. It's the same, right? And then we go to the 1, which is a new beginning or starting all over or, yeah, it's major change. And then we have the Hierophant. We have the Hanged Man reversed. And so in this reading, there's 5 major, there's 5 majors and we have 7 cards. So now we have the 5 of Wands reversed. These are challenges that are being moved out of the way, obstacles. And somebody does it just because they change. You change, Sagittarius. Maybe you are showing more gratitude. And honestly, with the gratitude and this kind of self-sufficiency over here, maybe you are like manifesting a new beginning for yourself. But this looks like it's kind of written in the stars. It kind of does. We have the Moon because of all these majors, and then we have the Hermit. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 majors. We have 10 cards. So the whole reading is super major, right? You're like, can you think of a new word? The whole reading is, it's a big one. It's a good one. All right, so we have Judgment, and it sits in the Challenge. And so we start with this self-sufficiency. It could be that somebody's doing really well in their life because of a transformation, a fresh new way of living emerges, or they want that. For sure they want that. You know that somebody chose this because the wishing well is reversed. The wishing well is about choosing things, but in the reverse it's about either I don't want that or my choices are different now. So here we have yeah, and so we start with the self-sufficiency. It could be somebody single. It could be like newly single, they didn't want their relationship. It sits over the Hierophant. It's definitely possible. The challenge is Judgment, and it could be forgiveness in this reading. It's possible. It doesn't need to be. We're not trying to put a square peg into a round hole here. No, but for me it is definitely an awakening, and it's a decision because somebody wants something new in their life. They want to live a new way. So a decision's been made here. And we have, but this decision's been made. In this reading, this is not new stuff. No, the transformation part is, and everything's going to change, but this has been gradually building up to this transformation, right? And the Sun sits in what's helping or hindering. This is the clarity. This is clarity here. Yeah. So somebody has major clarity here. About what they want for their life, and it's something new. It's transforming. Definitely could be you. 2 of Wands reversed, Sagittarius. Remember, this is you or that person, right? Definitely. 2 of Wands reversed, and this could be about work. It could be about love. It's possible. This card here is about love, though, but it's reversed. A relationship somewhere else could be coming apart, could be. 2 of Wands reversed. He has his hand on her elbow, like let's move together, let's make a life together. They're holding the globe in front of the ocean. So the point about this card here is that it's reversed again, kind of like come together reversed. But this is a choice that was made over about a crossroads. Somebody was at a crossroads in their life, Sagittarius, you were, about a fresh new way to live. And that is wonderful. And that could be about you wanting to live a new life. You live different, maybe there's more grace and gratitude in your life, right? But it can be that you want a new career, right? I got a new attitude, like that. And it can be about love too, right? So let's get a card. We have the Seven of Cups, and I said a choice was made, and here is that Seven of Cups right here, confirming the Seven of Cups is a choice that was made, right, over a crossroads, right here. They're together. And the Wheel of Life, Sagittarius, that's really what the Wheel of Fortune is. It is the Wheel of Life. It is really your natal chart, and you either shape-shifting it or just going with it, right? So when we say shape-shift, it means that you can have a lot of trines and sextiles in your chart. Trines are things that can just come together kind of easier, sometimes about innate abilities that you might have. And then the sextile it's a chance, but if you don't take it, right, that's what I mean about shape-shifting. Somebody's shape-shifting their life here. They're like, I need change and I'm going to do this, right? Yeah, I mean, that change definitely is in their chart, whoever this is, you or them. But yeah, the Wheel of Fortune is the Wheel of Life. Yes, it is. And so with the Wheel of Life is how somebody sees themselves. Spinning the wheel to be happy, spinning the wheel to live authentically. That's really what what astrology and your chart and awakening and all this stuff, self-love, it's about living authentically. And it just means that you're working at the job you need to work at. It means you're with the right person, right? It means you're making choices based on your heart, and they are united with the mind, not making choices and decisions in your life where your mind and your ego is telling you you can't do that, or remember you were born into poverty, or some BS, right? Here's the Wheel of Fortune. We'll get a card on it, and it's very cool in that position too. And the Seven of Wands, he's fighting people off. So, this can also be about maybe, you're fighting things off here in order to really live this. You could, right? You could be like, hey, I'm fighting my fears or something like that. I'm just going with whatever this is exactly, is going with the flow of life. That's what this is about. So here, the real flow of life, which you know yourself, and you are, using those talents and those gifts and your skills and just things like that, the things that are really your innate abilities to really be happy. This is, like as I said, but this can be fighting somebody off, resisting challenges with, like, physically though, right? Like somebody could really be fighting somebody off to be with you, Sagittarius. And I don't mean at the bar last night necessarily. No, I don't really mean that. But I mean, it's a possibility, of course. But this is about somebody is resisting somebody else, something else, or you are, or you're like, I don't want that anymore, like a rejection. And with that rejection is you feel like this is definitely fate and destiny that you're going toward with the Wheel of Fortune. It can be divine timing as well. It definitely could be. It's also a 10, and the 10 is a completion. So there we talk about timing as well, right? Yeah. And so here we have the Hierophant, and here he sits here, and he's got his whole robe on. This sits in the past. We can call this, let's get a card on the Hierophant, and it's next to the Hangman, and we have the Magician. Do you see how major this reading is? Whoa, 8 cards are majors, and there's 11, there's 12, no, there's 11 cards. OMG. And 8s are power. Yeah, we have this card here, Come Together Reverse. It's about power. It's about somebody taking their power back and finally understanding how to do it. That's what it is. The Magician's all about that. We have the Hierophant, and the Hierophant is about, in this reading, this can be knowing that, having faith in manifesting a union, or manifesting whatever you want. That's what this is about. Wow. This can be the wisdom too you've gained, Sagittarius, or them, right? You can't be in the Golden Palace without wisdom. Like, you can't go over there like you're going over to the, I don't know, the bar, right? And you sit down and have a drink. You can only go to the Golden Palace when you have awakened. When you know who you are and really what you want in this life. It's not like, no, I don't want that, I don't want that. A lot of people know what they don't want, but they don't know what they want. So in the Golden Palace, this is somebody definitely about that, knowing what you want. The Magician here, wow, and the bottom of the deck here is the Ace of Cups reversed. I find that to be highly interesting. Yeah, it is. So let's get a card on this Hangman reversed. Yeah, and here's the Eight of Swords. See, there's a release here, and there's a letting go of something. Whether or not that is a physical thing, a spiritual thing, a mental thing, ego, it could be all of the above. It really could be either or all of the above, right? And he's releasing this woman, and this can be self-release, like I don't want to be stuck here anymore, because with the Golden Palace, somebody's no longer stuck. Somebody was. This is talks. Here she is, you or them, and here she is, all tied up, and she's bound. She could have let herself out, right? And her blindfold is a little slipping there, so she knows she could kind of do that. And he's letting her out, and he's kind of smiling at her. So this could be releasing yourself from something. The Hangman has to do with release as well. It's with it, and it is in the reverse. This is like a sacrifice here, kind of, right? When we see the Two of Wands, which is a crossroads with the Seven of Cups, there's a sacrifice that's been made here. But of course, every time we sacrifice something, it's for the good, right? It's for something better. It is. And so Five of Wands reversed, there's some type of dry landscape is leaving. Dry spell, dry chapter, dry decade, dry something is going away here. Or even a dry relationship possibly. And we have the Moon here, and the Moon is showing up as what you want, Sagittarius, with the King of Pentacles. Maybe you're dreaming about a Virgo, a Taurus, or a Capricorn. You could be dreaming also maybe about a Cancerian here with the Moon. But this is and this is also what somebody could have learned here. And this King might be the one who's learned it. We have the Virgo, the Hermit card, next to the King of Pentacles, right? And he is the Hermit. He's also the Devil. He's also the Hierophant over here, the King of Pentacles. He's an earth sign. And this is, sometimes this is what somebody has learned here. Yeah, the Moon. This is learning kind of, it can be learning through pain. The Moon can be about sadness and confusion. I feel like somebody's learned here through their confusion, because when you go to the Golden Palace and you transform and you have an awakening with judgment, then you have learned from your confusion, right? Even, enlightened souls were confused at one time. For sure they were, because that's how they became enlightened. They left the confusion behind and learned wisdom and learned about everything, right? So we're going to end this reading. And, let's talk about the Hermit, though. It's reversed here. And this next to this King of Pentacles, Sagittarius, could be somebody who's kind of feeling bad in this reading because of a sacrifice. So we're going to end this reading, and thank you so much for joining me. It's really beautiful, Sagittarius. If it's not about love, then it's beautiful for your life. It's just really a great reading for you and, a Sagittarian out there to really go through a change, or you're going together you're going through a change with somebody else, or they're coming because they changed. But in whatever exactly it is, precisely it is here, this is about major soul growth, and there ain't nothing better. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me here. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe, and hit the little bell in order to receive all my notifications. If you'd like to get a reading with me, check out my description box. Got cool readings there. And Mystic Sense has a free 5-minute psychic reading. You may click on their link. Thank you so much, guys.